Welcome back. We'll be jumping right back into our conversation with Madison mayoral candidate Gloria Reyes. Let's pivot to public transport. That's a favorite topic in Madison.
Yeah.
It's also been a big initiative of the current mayor's office. So let's talk first about bus rapid transit. Would you continue those plans to bring it in starting 2023, 2024?
You know, I strongly believe that bus rapid transit, and this is, I would continue to engage the community, but should not go down State Street. I do not feel State Street is a central part of our city. It is a tourist attraction. I know as a kid that is a place that I went to as a child, and growing up here, I do not believe a rapid bus transit system should go down State Street, given the many pedestrians that are in and out, walking on the street, in and out. I really do feel like our city would benefit in moving economic development to make that as a promenade area where people can come and visit, and small business owners can have space there. But I also feel that we have the bus rapid transit system is inequitable the way it's been done, and so we are moving bus routes. That's causing our most vulnerable populations to have to walk 2 or 3 blocks further, so that we can say, you know, it's rapid, right? That we're going to get there faster. And it's really, it's not helping our residents on the south side and on the north side. And so equity is a big issue for me. It's something that I worked on as deputy mayor. It's something my entire career at Briar Patch and as a police officer. And so when I see it, when I see something is unjust, is not right, I have to step in and speak, and I have. I've spoken against the process and of how we have engaged our communities. We should have done an equity analysis at the beginning of the bus rapid transit discussion, and not wait for the federal racial equity audit or assessment or analysis. We should have done it way at the beginning, because that is what we say we value as a city. And I would have done that way at the beginning to intentionally focus on our most vulnerable populations who need accessibility, who really rely on the bus.
So to boil that down, under your direction, the BRT would be moved off State Street, and secondly, you would look at reevaluating the maps as they've been built right now, post-federal equity analysis.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Last thing I want to talk about is the homelessness issue. You briefly touched on that as well in your announcement. So obviously there's a number of initiatives underway. The permanent men's shelter is moving forward. We have the Dairy Drive encampment. Are those things that you support, and what additional would you bring in terms of addressing homelessness?
Yeah, you know, we really need a comprehensive plan. We don't even know exactly what the needs are around our homeless population. It changes all the time. And so really understanding the landscape and what are the needs. I know that we have mothers and children who are living in motels, who are living in cars. I know from my experience at Briar Patch Youth Services, we have young people who are homeless, who are living in cars. They're not necessarily on the street. And so we have to really do a comprehensive review and assessment of our homeless population here in Madison before we start throwing money at initiatives and building more housing. Now, Porchlight does a phenomenal work on supporting our homeless single men and some women, and it's amazing. But we have to really think bigger picture of what is needed. The Dairy Drives, tiny homes, I have mixed feelings about that. I do strongly believe in tiny homes, but they put them over Dairy Drive near the interstate, where there are no other services around, and there's nothing else around there. And you just don't treat people like that. You don't treat our residents like that. And so I'm really a proponent, and what I worked on as deputy mayor is the housing first. We built a housing first development on the east side and on the west side. On the west side, we were able to bring in 40-plus families, mostly single mothers and children, into this sustainable housing. They were homeless before, and providing wraparound services. Now, it didn't go without a glitch, right? There were always challenges and issues, but that doesn't mean we stop. And we were able to really help support families move out of homelessness, and that is where we need to think about. We can't just continue to just feed and provide a coat or provide without really grabbing onto a family and saying, what do you need? A job, you need affordable housing, you need, what can we do to get you there? And that's what Housing First is really about.
Absolutely. Gloria, I know there are so many more topics and things we could discuss. I so appreciate your time, and I know that this race will be an opportunity for mayoral candidates like yourself to get those issues out there and talk about them.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks so much for coming on the show. All right, coming up next, a look at a sweeping round of school referendums across Wisconsin in this year's elections.